Hi, so this is going to be a pretty chill video of me talking about my first surgery that happened just under 2 weeks ago, with like my recovery process. Yeah, because like I don't know, right? So I really wanted to make this for only a couple of reasons. Actually, I don't really have a reason, just kind of wanted to document it. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you some things that happened and like my experience and everything like that. So it kind of like started in February this year. I was getting a lot of random pains. My eye is very itchy. Getting a lot of random pains where it was just kind of where like I felt really weak and then my stomach would really hurt and I just couldn't do much really. And that, as I said, started in about February, around maybe the end of it, because it was after my birthday, kind of start of March. I remember St. Patrick's Day, I was sick for St. Patrick's Day. I went downtown with my friends and I actually had to leave my friends and go to my mom because I was in so much pain. I'm trying to explain the pain right now. It was like just like here, like you can't even see what I'm saying, like just kind of like in my stomach, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like under my boobs kind of area. It was really sore and it would hurt so badly, and my mom actually said one time to me that it was the worst pain that she ever saw me in. It's really strange because it would just come randomly and I wouldn't really know how long it would last. It would last maybe, it could last only a few seconds to like a few minutes. It could even last like an hour. The worst pain I've ever had, and it's really weird and we never really knew what it was. So we just kind of was like, okay, like we'll wait and see, like it probably just goes away, it's probably just like a stomach ache or thing, you know. It kind of started to get worse, keep getting worse, and I was getting like a lot of really bad pains then as well with that. Like my arms would really hurt, my legs would really hurt, and it was just like not a fun experience. We went to the doctors in March. It was, I think it was around the end of March, maybe maybe the start of April, but I'm pretty sure it was the end of March. We went to the doctors. My doctor took my blood and he was like, oh, like tell me everything. So I was telling him how I was feeling, and I was like, I don't feel like myself or anything. So he was like, maybe you're just sad. I was like, no, it's like real pain. So he was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you this medication. The medication didn't work for me and never really has. I kind of had to just deal with the pain then. It was kind of like really annoying. So he took my blood, as I said, and went and got it like checked or whatever, you know what I mean? And I had to describe the pain to him and everything like that. So that's what came out of that. Then a while passed and he came back and he was like, whatever we searched for, nothing came up. So we were like, crap. So we went back to the doctor again, and I remember this was maybe about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 4, and I got my blood taken and my friend was sitting outside because I was going to go spend the day with her then. And I got my blood taken and I actually almost passed out because I hadn't eaten that day. It also kind of stopped me from eating. It was like sometimes I would be able to eat like normally, and then sometimes I wouldn't be able to really because it would hurt a lot, you know. So that's that. I had to sit in the like room and then wait, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna go get my lunch and I'll be back soon. Like, literally my doctor was like so chill. I kind of had a bit of a panic attack thing, you know, when like your throat all goes weird and you feel like you're about to die. Yeah, that kind of happened to me. Then I went out anyway and I just spent time with my friend, and it was kind of like alright then because I didn't really have the pain. I just kind of felt a bit weak, but I got over that as well because I had that for ages. Having fainting like almost in the like hospital, like in the doctor's office, is kind of okay because you're with a doctor, so he kind of knows what to do, and he was just telling me chill and he laid me down on like the bed thing, so it was fine. But I actually almost fainted in school as well. I got up in the morning, and obviously since school was so early, I had the pain in the morning. I didn't want to obviously skip school, so it's funny that I say that now. Took a painkiller in the morning and forgot to eat again. I'm not really good with breakfast, you know, so I went to school, and it was my first class on a Wednesday morning, I believe, which was my English class, and I sat at the back of the class, and like my teacher was just talking, and all of a sudden like she just completely went blurry to me, and I couldn't see her like at all. So I was like, what is happening? And then my ears started ringing, like both of my ears started ringing. I felt so sick. I felt like I was going to get sick, and I couldn't hear, and I couldn't like bring myself to talk. So she was like, anybody have any questions? I heard that, so I put up my hand and I just said, I don't feel very well. And she was like, oh really, hun, why? And I couldn't respond, so she started walking towards me, and I remember I kind of like almost fell off the chair. My friend was sitting beside me, and she kind of helped me, and then my teacher and my friend brought me out of the room, literally dragging me because I couldn't walk by myself. And I don't know if like this has ever happened to you. It's probably something that people go through and stuff, but like it's really scary because like you know, I'm not very like, I don't have that many friends in school, and then I'm in a I just lost my voice. I'm in a full class and I almost faint, and then like I hate it because I caused attention, you know what I mean? Like people looked at me and watched me and I couldn't control what I was doing or whatever. So I was crying. I remember I was crying and I was like sobbing. Like I remember that, and then it's just like that's so, it's scary to me that like people watch me do that and stuff. And I don't know, it just freaks me out and stuff like that. I guess that's another bit of anxiety. So that happened and it's literally terrifying. And then I started taking ages off school. I actually skipped about 3 months of school. I couldn't go in because I just kept getting the pain and it was horrible, and I couldn't help it by myself at this point. So then I randomly started getting more sick and we went to the doctors and they were just like, oh look, it's fine, whatever. And it was my throat. I was so sore in my throat, and turned out that I had tonsillitis. So I was staying in bed for most of this time. One night I was talking to my friend Robin, and I was also talking to my friend Raina, who you've all heard of because I talk about them all the time. But I was talking to both of them on Snapchat, just messaging them, and all of a sudden I felt like I was going to pass out. So I was messaging them, I was like, I feel like I'm going to pass out, oh my god, I don't know. And I actually started literally choking and I couldn't breathe. So I panicked, obviously. My mom wasn't with me, so I called her. Obviously she came home and we went straight to a thing called South Dock, which is basically like an emergency hospital. Had like a checkup thing, whatever. They gave me some medication that helped it and everything, so that was good. It was really scary because I also had the pain TM, which is what I started calling it, and I couldn't walk by myself or anything like that, so I had to get helped into care. I had a fever as well, so I had like a duvet wrapped around me, or a comforter, whatever Americans call it, and then I had to take it off me and I had to put it back on me. It was really annoying, and I know people understand how that feels. It's so annoying. I went back to the doctors after that went away, and they were like, my doctor was like, okay, I'm booking in for a scan to get your stomach scanned because whatever it is obviously not going away. It was months later. I'm guessing this happened in about May or June, my scan. The start of it, I think it was May, I'm pretty sure it was May. So I went to the scan and they scanned my stomach with the thing that they do for pregnancy people. What's it called? You know what it's called. You know the thing where they put the jelly all over your stomach and then they scan through it? Which feels very strange, by the way. I don't know if you've ever had it before, but it's a very strange feeling. That done, and then I found out that I actually had gallstones and a diseased gallbladder which had to be taken out. So that was great, you know, when I first figured that out. My mom said that she kind of expected that because my mom actually had gallstones and my uncle had gallstones. That's what my mom was kind of thinking, but she wasn't 100% sure. So they booked me in to see a surgeon so I could get him removed and everything, you know. So I made a date to meet my surgeon. He was just telling me like whatever's going to happen and whatever, and he told me what date I would do it. And it was really funny because I was like, the only date I can't do is the 27th of June, and he was just like, that was the day I was going to do it, and I couldn't do it that day because I really wanted to go to Robin's house. Robin, it was her birthday, 27th of June, I'm pretty sure. It was her birthday and I could not miss it, and he was alright with it. He changed the day. He said, I'm going to go on holidays, mate, and then I'm going to come back and do your surgery. And I was like, perfect. So that we had that planned, and then the date was given to me, full date, which was the 19th of July, which was a week and a half ago. That was like my surgery date was given. So I then obviously went into doctors. Let's go to now the date of surgery, which is the 19th of July. I don't have my phone anymore. So I was sitting down and the doctor came over to me. She came over and she was like, okay, so I'm going to take you know, like your temperature and everything like that, and then like when was the last time you ate. Obviously you have to go on like a what's it called, you have to like not eat for what's it called, fasting. You have to fast before you get surgery, obviously. That was like obviously fine, whatever. And she was like running through things with me. Then she brought me into a room which was going to be my room, so I sat in there anyway, and a man came in who was asking questions, and then all of a sudden I had a panic attack, which was not great. It wasn't big, it was only small, so it was like fine, but it kind of lasted through the whole thing. So I was crying while he was talking to me, and it was really uncomfortable. And he was asking me, how do you deal with the pain, like do you take painkillers or something? I was like, no, I never really took painkillers for this pain. What I did was when I got the pain, I would have someone rub my back, which really helped, and I would have someone like make me tea, and I would just drink the hot tea, and that would really help. And like honestly, if you have this pain or anything and you're trying to like control it before you get surgery done, whatever, I suggest just drinking some tea and having someone rub your back. It was the best way that I got out of it quicker. Or and if you're alone, press yourself up against the wall. I've used this one many times for that, to be honest. Just press yourself up against it, and if you can, drink something hot. It doesn't have to be tea, it could be whatever you want, but something hot is what I got help with that. And I told him, and he was like, oh, so you're coming up with your own plans? I was like, yeah. So he just ran through everything that would have to be done, and then I got the thing thing done where you like check your heart, you know, and I got to hear my heart, and it's very strange, but I loved it. They were like, okay, this is when your surgery is going to start. My surgery was starting at 10:30 that day, so I went in at 10:30. I had that gown on, you know, and I went in to get my surgery done. So when you go into surgery, they lie you down on a bed and they just talk to you so that you're not worried and everything. I was quite worried, and they knew that. So obviously, of it being my first surgery and everything, and this girl was like, oh my god, so like what you like to do? And I was telling her about my YouTube channel, and then I was just saying like I'll make videos and whatever, and she was like, oh, that's so cool, I better look out for you. And that was so nice. So then they put me down on the actual operating table. Yeah. And I was like, what is am I doing? So they sit me down there, and they're just like, okay, so we're going to give you some gassing now to knock you out. I was like, freaking great. They gave me gas that smelled like paint that you have to like not inhale. I think it's like exhale out of it, you know, like try keep it out or whatever, you know what I mean? And it was freaking weird. And then they gave me another one which smelled so bad, and then they gave me laughing gas, which is really weird. I remembered like the woman, like I don't remember fully what she said. It was something about 2 grapes, and it was so stupid, and I was laughing so hard, and they let my mom watch for this part, and then I just like, I was like, it was really weird because it was like ha 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 stop, ha 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 stop, and it wasn't like real laughter, it was just really stupid, you know what I mean? And then I just knocked out, you know, I was like gone. And my mom, like, they were like, oh, she's gone now. And my mom thought that meant I was dead. So she started crying, and it was really funny. And then she, like, kissed me goodbye. And then she left freaking so upset for some reason. Like, she got the surgery done before, but she know what she doing. So I got my surgery done, and I was done and woken up by 12:30, which was about 2 hours later. But it was so weird because I woke up in, like, a recovery room, and I was just like, I want a hug. I hugged this woman, told her she was beautiful. I don't know who she was, but she was great, you know. So they brought me out to see my mom. My mom, like, you know, was like, oh my god, how are you? She was so worried, I don't even know why. They wheeled me back into my room, helped me up so I could stand and walk over into my bed. They gave me that really strong medicine. What is that called? You know, the strong one, the really, really strong one. They gave me 10 shots of that anyway. What is that? Morphine or something like that. And that really, really helped. Obviously, it's such a strong medication that it kicked the pain like away. So I was sitting in bed, lying in bed, whatever. And then the next day, was it? I had to stay in that night, and wait, no, it was the same day as I actually got surgery. Robin came up and visited me with her mom. That was really nice. So I got to see Robin while I was in hospital. Very strange. And then I went to sleep there. I slept in the hospital that night, which I really didn't want to do, but I did, and honestly I'm so thankful that I did, because like if I wouldn't have I've not been able to go home. So after that then it just I kind of got better. It was really bad in the morning. They left me go 9 hours without giving me medication, which wasn't the best, but like the hospital was still good, you know. So I got up, whatever. I had some toast. That was something that I was eating because I couldn't really eat much, and the toast was something that I really liked. Robin brought me a bar of chocolate, which I ate the whole thing, and it was huge. The next day, later on in the evening, I went home, and for about 4 days, I think, I slept on a couch because it was a lot more comfortable to sleep up than lying down. Now I can sleep in bed, which is obviously here, and I used to sleep with this blanket put over me because it was light and I couldn't really put weight on my stomach. But yesterday I actually slept under my duvet, which was great, and I think it was the night before also I slept under my duvet, which honestly is so good to have back. Like, honestly, I'm living in really baggy clothes because like that's all I can really wear. So yeah, hopefully that ends quickly, but the pain is honestly going away really quickly. I still have cuts over my body which I'm not going to show because I don't think people would really like to see that, but I just have like an incision in my belly button, 2 here, and yeah, that's basically it. Oh no, there's one under here as well. There's one here too. So yeah, that's that. That's my surgery story. Oh my god. So I hope you liked this video. If you are having this pain or whatever, or you're getting surgery anytime soon, don't worry, you'll be perfectly fine. And same with this surgery. This was really good. My doctors are really nice as well, so hopefully you have good doctors too. Good luck if you have surgery. Also, I just want to point out the fact that I tweeted Dodie some of these things, and she actually responded and liked all my tweets. It was like 15 tweets and she liked them all and responded and called me a brave cookie. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed my little surgery talk, I guess. Yeah, okay, bye.